Happy Muk-jji-bba Day!
Happy Muk-jji-bba Day.
Happy Muk-jji-bba Day.
Hope everyone is doing well. If you are watching on YouTube, the setup is a little bit different.
Yeah.
We're just changing things up, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a little change
Exactly.
in scenery.
Mhm.
Yes. My name is Muk-jji.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Judy.
Welcome back to another episode. I know we've been on a bit of a hiatus, but I think the busyness that was causing the hiatus has slowed down a little bit. So we should be back to our regular programming moving forward.
Yes.
Yes. How are your business trips, Judy?
Yeah, I was in Orlando.
Yes.
Yeah, no SeaWorld, no Disney World. Everyone has been asking me that. No time for fun. But it was good. It was a very big conference. So a lot of big name companies like Neutrogena, L'Oreal, they also exhibit. So that was really cool to see.
Wait, what do they exhibit? Like new products?
Yeah, so I think sometimes they'll talk about newer products or products that physicians are able to sell in their practices. So yeah, products that are more catered towards dermatologists and, you know, like the science and all that. Yeah, so they give out like a bunch of free stuff, like samples and yeah, but I think that's like their goal in marketing. Yeah.
I see. That's cool.
Yeah. And you're done with busy season?
Yes, I'm done with my first client. So I think I am enjoying it while it lasts.
Yeah. Wait, so if you have another?
Yeah. When does that one start?
So I think that one is a 3/31 year end. So that they'll probably start picking up in like May, like early May, late April.
So you have a second busy season coming up?
Yeah.
I think that happened last year too.
Yeah,
Right?
last year was the first time that I had like two.
Right.
So, because I'm on that client again this year, and so yeah. But last year, that second one wasn't as long hours as the first one, so I'm hoping that it stays the same. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying normal life and normal sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Did y'all file your taxes?
I did actually.
Me
Did
too.
you?
Yeah.
Good. Hope everyone else is or has already done. It's coming up, guys. Yes. Alrighty. Well, today we wanted to talk about our rational/irrational fears. I know we all have fears of differing magnitudes. So, yeah, we'll just share these parts about ourselves or we're scared of.
Don't use them against us.
Please don't. We're sensitive. We are sensitive. All right. I can start off. I have one that is like my go-to is a weird way to say it. This is like my default answer, and it has and always will be a fear I have, but frogs. And people find it very odd.
What did anything happen specifically when you were young that made this a fear of yours?
So that's also the thing. It's not like I ever grew up with frogs, you know,
Right.
but I think they just looked so creepy to me. And, you know, frogs, toads, amphibians, reptiles of all sorts, I cannot bear to look at them. And it just... Yeah, I don't even know what specific image might have triggered it, but growing up, like from when I can remember, I was just so creeped out by them. And then there was a specific period of time, I believe in the second grade, where I had nightmares with frogs. And so I think my subconscious just furthered this. And so like one nightmare, for example, we were on the freeway and it was literally raining frogs. Like literally the 10 plague.
So the windshield wipers.
No, actually,
Like ribbit.
it was so gross. It was literally the 10 plagues in my dream. Thank God I did not live in that time. And then the second one was I went to the aquarium in the Pacific relatively often as a kid growing up, or like I have multiple memories of going there, and they have one exhibition of the rainforest frogs, the ones that are smaller but they're very colorful. And so I never went in that exhibition ever.
I see.
But in my dream, I was there at the Aquarium of the Pacific with my family, and the ranger, I don't know what to call them, the employee, okay, not a ranger, not the park. I feel like they're more specialized than just employee. I don't know what to call them, but the aquarium person had one of those. It was a red spotted frog on his or her hand, and it was just sitting like this. And then my brother was really young at the time. He was like not even in kindergarten yet. But he walked closer to the frog to get a better look. And then the frog had really big eyes and it was just staring at him. And then he started like opening his mouth. And then my brother looked in. I don't know why, but he stuck his head like in the frog's, and the frog's mouth just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So my brother's entire head could fit into the mouth. And then the frog clamped its mouth shut over my brother's head. And then I woke up screaming.
Got bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it got bigger and bigger, and then it clumped. Like, yeah, it was so creepy, and yeah, that was really stressful. So ever since then, it just like further amplified it.
Yeah, I remember it was freshman year. So I took biology, and we had a textbook, and the cover of the textbook was a frog, and I just like, it didn't register to me, but we were in Slur, which is like a big study lounge in the dorm area, and I don't exactly know what happened, but like Edgy someone like just put the book in front of her, and she like screamed, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then during busy season, the firm sends out random email blasts called like BRB, so it's like break, refresh, or whatever. So it's just like a fun thing, and it has a bunch of like themes and puzzles and games just to take a break in between. And this year's theme, so there's a different theme every year. This year's was like the wild, like the wilderness. So 1 week it was like elephants, and then there's a banner image that reflects whatever animal is that theme. Literally, tell me why I opened the email the other day and it was a frog with a butterfly on its head, and I literally
Wait, a butterfly?
yeah, a butterfly.
Hey, butterflies are kind of gross
No,
too.
I agree.
Yes.
And so I usually do all the puzzles, and I was like, no, not this. I cannot do this.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, how did they know? Are they targeting me? Yeah, that is one of my greatest fears.
Huh. I don't know if I have any like fears like, or maybe I do.
Like bugs.
Sorry, my phone just vibrated. Oh, one kind of like weird thing. Okay, I don't want to say it's like a fear. Yeah, actually, maybe it's not a fear. Okay, actually, wait, okay, I guess, okay, this one's a fear. I was really scared of automatic toilets.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I don't think I've ever said that anymore.
You heard it here first, folks.
I think when I was younger, sometimes it just flushes on you, you know, like it doesn't wait for you to be done with your business, and like sometimes you haven't even sat down and it flushes on you, and I don't like jump scares. I think that's a huge thing. I don't like surprises like that, you know. So I think when I was younger, every time I went to the restroom, I had to go with my mom, or else I'd just hold it. So I didn't really use public restrooms until I was in high school.
Oh, whoa.
Until then, my period, when my period started. But that's like I have to change, like, you know, your pad or whatever. So it's like, okay, then I have to. But yeah, I don't think my fear of automatic toilets like went on for that long. It was just like once I got into the habit of not going to the public restroom was just like somewhere I didn't want to be near.
I get that.
Yeah, until like I started getting older and I was like, okay, I think I should be using the restroom when I need to go, because that's healthy, you know? Yeah, so that was kind of like a fear I had. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of public restrooms either, especially the one at my elementary school. It was really scary. Like the first floor one was super high ceilinged for whatever reason.
It's giving like Harry Potter.
Low-key, yeah. But modern day
yeah,
Harry
yeah,
Potter.
yeah.
And it was dark. It was like
Oh my gosh.
dimly lit.
Yeah.
And it was really scary. And like Bloody Mary was a trend back then, so that made it scarier. So I would use this one on the second floor, but that one was also, it wasn't as scary, but it was still kind of like creepy. Yeah, so I just like didn't really use the restroom.
Yeah, because my elementary school bathroom was also very dimly lit.
Yeah,
and it just felt like really gross.
Yeah.
So I also never really used the restroom in elementary school.
Yeah,
Maybe it's to discourage kids from like staying inside there. Because my high school
cruel.
bathroom was like
Yeah.
my high school. All of my school bathrooms were like that. None of my school bathrooms were like lit up.
Well, my middle and high school were normally lit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like the one in the that was connected to the locker room. That one was like pretty bright. Yeah.
That one too.
Oh.
We just like never had lit up bathrooms.
Odd. It's very odd.
Maybe to save electricity. I don't know.
That's a weird way to save money.
True.
That's not gonna save much, guys.
True.
Another fear I had was growing up, but I still kind of, I'm not scared of it, but it bothers me. But in movie theaters, the opening, like if it's AMC or but it wasn't AMC, it was Pacific Theater. Like before, it was the one at the Grove. Now it's AMC, but before that it was Pacific something.
Yeah.
And their opening sound, it's like when they tell you to turn off your phones.
Oh,
and
yeah.
silence them.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Yeah.
Like sound, loud noises.
Yeah.
I don't do well with.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like IMAX, they had that. Like every movie had that. Like the silver letters, and it was like.
Oh, yeah.
Is it that?
It was also that. It was also that.
Okay.
But I remember Monsters Inc. I have the DVD and they play that, but it's like a special one with the cow.
The cow thingy, the moo thingy.
I was so scared of that.
That scared me too. Yeah.
Every time that played, like, I would like run out of the living room until it stopped. Yeah.
I don't know if this is going kind of like too dark too fast, but when I was younger, and I think a part of my middle school, high school, and I think even college years, I had a very big fear that my parents would pass away. Yeah, like just from a really tragic accident, they would pass away. I think college was more so because I was away from them. Like I'm not really with them all the time. So if anything were to happen, I would have to, I mean, obviously it's a very close drive, but I would still have to like drive down and then like, figure out what's going on. But when I was younger, I just always kind of had that type of fear too. I don't exactly know what it was, but yeah.
Yeah. I think similar to that, I also had a fear like, oh my gosh, while we're sleeping, what if someone breaks in? And then that was when we lived in an apartment. And then when we moved to the house that we're in now, it was like, oh my gosh, like my greatest fear, even now, is hearing the garage door just opening like at night. That is my greatest fear. And in high school, I would sometimes stay up late to study, and I would study downstairs, like right where the sliding door is that connects to the garage. And I literally thought I was hearing the garage door opening because I would like scare myself. That was always my greatest fear. And then sometimes when I'm walking around my neighborhood, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, like really, people who are like really determined, nothing can stop them from just putting in like a bomb through people's like houses.
Wait, I'm sorry, who said that?
I think that sometimes.
Catchy.
Yeah, no, like nothing.
What, like homemade bombs?
Yeah, I don't know, just like, or like just breaking in, like nothing can stop them, and I get scared of that.
Okay. Yeah. Valid, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in this day and age, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever had these fears, but if I had like dreams, sometimes like my mom would die in my dream or something like that. I'd wake up with like tears in my eyes. I'm like, where is she?
Where is she?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
makes sense.
Scaling it back a bit to lighthearted fears.
Yes.
I used to be scared of turning on the shower.
Oh, why?
Because like it's kind of like the toilet, but it's like when you turn it on, it's like
Yeah.
and you don't know if it's like cold or hot.
True.
And like figuring out
Yeah.
different shower systems always stress me out.
That stresses me out too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not scared, but it does still stress me out. Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, all like little shower handle thingies are different.
They are.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys face the shower head or away?
I
when you
face
shower?
away.
Me too. I do
Away.
away.
Yeah.
Some people face it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wait, but how do you wash your hair?
You can still. It still like covers.
But isn't it
Everything.
like
I guess it would like stream down like
Yeah.
like that instead of yeah. Huh.
Oh, I just assumed everybody faced away.
Yeah.
I think I'm afraid of having my eyes closed for too long in the shower.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm so sure.
I'm like, sometimes like if like shampoo gets like over my, like all over my face, I'm chilling at first and then I'm like
Wait, yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
Wait, similar vein, like, do you guys sometimes get scared driving alone at night? Like,
Oh, that was a fear I had when I first started driving. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I ever.
Oh.
like, cause you know, there's so many videos these days, like, ladies, make sure to check your car before you
Yeah.
get in,
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh my god, like, what if somebody is behind me? Like, that'd
Yeah.
be so scary.
Actually, yeah. Sometimes I know I locked my car, but I'm like, I get
Yes,
paranoid.
yes.
It's like, oh, did I?
Yeah.
And then when I get into my car again, I always look in the back seat
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
like through the
Yeah.
window. I'm like, is anyone there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also look under my car sometimes. Just get a little paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I always look inside and like under kind of, and then I get in. And then I check the back seats. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like car related, like getting into a car accident, or you know, like what if I suddenly get a flat tire on the freeway? Like those are those are always
Those are valid.
Yeah, those are scary.
I think it's happened to my sister before where she like got a flat on the freeway or like towards the I think it was like towards the entrance, which was thankfully towards the entrance, but I think it was at night. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
especially if it happened at night.
yeah,
would've
it's really
noticed too.
scary. I mean, like, I guess, yeah, it's very valid fears. That's a very valid fear. That's a very real fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, because of our church location, I think we run into a lot of, like, car issues sometimes. Yeah. So we've had multiple stories of, like, people who might have forgot to lock their doors. And then, like, yeah, there'll be, like, a man like sitting inside, and like thankfully they don't get harmed, and like they usually will just like leave if you tell them to, but yeah, it's just like, you know, like please do check your back seats when you get in the car. Yeah, you just never know.
Would you say you guys are fearful human beings? Like, do you veer towards being like a little overly scared, or are you the type to not really, like, you don't really think about like scary things and they don't really affect you?
I think between the two, I'm more fearful.
Me too.
Yeah.
How about you?
I don't think so, but I should be. Yeah, like sometimes I'm like, oh, I should be more careful and scared and fearful, but I'm just like,
I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like if you live like that, your life would be a lot less stressful.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not that stressed usually.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah.
That is very good.
However, if something bad happens, it's
Yes.
like, oh,
Oh,
Here it comes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like health is also always scary, like for yourself and for the people you love.
Yeah.
So that's always
You're right.
one.
I still have not had like a full body checkup,
Same.
like a physical, because I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, what if I have like a disease that
Yeah.
like I feel fine,
Yeah.
but who knows?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You really don't know.
Yeah.
So, I guess in that sense, I'm avoidant.
Yes. Same here. But also, what if you go and you're just like really, really healthy?
That's true. That could be the flip side.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that is the case for
Yes.
us all.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But like Brainy and I kind of talked about it, but it's like, oh my god, like what if we're infertile? You know?
Oh yeah.
That's something
Yeah.
I think about sometimes.
I think.
More recently, I've been thinking about it a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because there are plenty of people who are healthy but still have, you know, difficulties or like Up, you know? The
Yeah.
beginning scene in Up was so sad. So
Yeah.
it's, what if that happens to me too and I don't want that to
Yeah.
happen? Yeah.
That reminds me, yesterday I watched the second volume of When Life Gives You Tangerines, which is a new drama because it comes in volumes, like 4 episodes per week for 4 weeks. So 16 episodes total. But it's so sad, guys. Like,
start it.
my eyes are still swollen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's like I was hyperventilating.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's like that level of sadness.
I can't watch that.
It's. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Yeah, I won't spoil it. But it was sad. But it kind of falls into that same, just life circle of life.
Yeah.
But also sometimes you get unexpected things
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
life where it's like you don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
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 Oh gosh.
Beautiful drama though. Yeah.
Mm.
Highly recommend.
Yeah. I'm just so bad at starting stuff right now.
Me too.
I'm like, I've been so
And you
out and
guys need
about.
to watch a lot of things.
I know, I'm very behind.
I have so many things I want to watch.
I'm like on the last episode of Mellow Movie.
Mm.
I haven't finished that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was a little disappointing. But
How does it end? I don't know. I'm just like wondering.
it's not like a big. It's just what you
They
would
end
expect.
up together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I see.
Yeah.
Works. Yeah. Plane crashes? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Honestly,
especially
these
now.
days.
Yeah.
So many.
Especially now.
Yeah.
But then we were talking about this at work because there's just been so many, and we have people in our team who are really into planes. I didn't know that was a thing, but there are people who are really into planes. So they were having a discussion, and someone looked at the statistic, and still statistically, plane is still the safest mode of transportation. And there were similar amounts of crashes last year. It's just that they weren't
reported.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And publicized.
Publicized. Yeah.
Why is it being
So-
publicized more this year?
That's a good question. I don't know what the cause is. Maybe it's just because for transparency purposes, but or like social media obviously amplifies everything. So
Maybe it's politics.
That
Who knows?
maybe.
I
Maybe
feel
too.
like just a lot of factors.
yeah, so it is still definitely scarier than before. Like there's this, I saw this meme on this girl because no one really pays attention to the flight attendant going through the safety manual, but one girl was like like so attentive and like
yeah.
like, paying attention to everything. I was like, oh, we need to actually be aware now.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like whenever I get on planes to like travel, I'm always like, oh, I should actually pay attention.
Yeah.
But I tend to get motion sickness, so I take Dramamine, and even the less drowsy version of Dramamine knocks me out. Like I get really tired, so I'm usually pretty sleepy by the beginning of the flight. So I just miss the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just blink out.
I'm just like,
I'm awake, but
it's simple enough.
But it's like, like it's like the yellow vest, and then you don't inflate it until you get to the door and you're actually about to go on the slide.
Yeah.
Buckle it
You
around
buckle
you.
it. Yeah.
Did you see there was a video of the people were training and the slide came out.
Uh-huh.
One guy like like kind of bent in the middle, so he just like fell on his butt because the slide like bent to the ground.
Oh no.
Because it's like inflatable.
Yeah, maybe he weighed too much. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh
I don't know. Yeah, but it was kind of funny because the guy before him like got off fine.
Wow, yeah, that's like something to think about, I guess. You're like, actually, I don't know.
I think all those like true crime documentaries and podcasts and things like that, it makes me
Yeah.
kind of scared. Like, what if your future husband is actually like a serial killer and you just don't know it?
Yeah.
And what if your child grows up to be like a psychopath?
Yeah.
I'm so scared of that.
Yeah.
There's just like so much in life that we can't control. It's it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of get that. Like, oh, what if? Okay, this is like really like weird, but I kind of have a big window in my room, and like I've never really had. Well, I guess I've had big windows in my room before too, but for some reason I'm like so paranoid about having the curtains closed or only having it open like during certain hours, because I'm afraid that people can see everything and like will, I don't know, do something. Yeah.
That's a valid fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even when I'm sleeping, my bed is, I guess like my bed frame is touching like the wall that window is on. The headboard, right? So when I lie down, I can like see the window kind of like behind my curtain. But if I can see the window, that like kind of freaks me out too. So I have to like cover it with the curtain, like make sure everything, I can't see the window at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was like a recent incident where that was it art center or whatever. That guy like took like a tripod or something and was taking photos of like a girl who lived on like the second floor of her house or something. Yeah, so
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's like crazy. I don't know. News like that, I think, kind of makes me like,
Yeah.
Yeah, news is. Yeah, my friends and I were talking about this. We were talking about like the news is so scary, and it just
Yeah.
only causes anxiety now.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so,
It's kind of random, but do you guys sometimes, when you're kind of just out and about, do you feel like someone's watching?
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it,
Yeah.
but you're like kind of conscious, like, oh, I'm being watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, someone's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get kind of scared.
Yeah. I start walking a little bit faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt like that, especially when I'm just in like OC, just in my neighborhood, like running errands and stuff. I look like a bum, and I'm like, no one's watching.
That's good.
No one's looking at me.
That's probably the case.
Yeah.
That
I look
probably
awful,
is.
But
Mm.
maybe I gotta be on the lookout now.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes someone's like following me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
what
scary.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, windowless white vans scare me.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So whenever they pass by, I'm just like hyper aware.
Yeah.
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 It's like, I feel like kidnappers use them.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Definitely. Yeah.
Getting kidnapped was also a fear I had for a bit.
Oh
Same.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Lovely Runner, you know how even someone is literally just randomly targeted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like that.
I mean, it can happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Every time I think of her, I just think of Ajashi. Because I just remember like my cellmate and I were talking, and then we were talking about like how one of our cell members kind of looks like her, and then they were like, oh yeah, but her voice is annoying, and then I was like Ajashi. Sorry. Yeah, but kidnapping. Sorry.
That was a really good impersonation.
Thank you. She really enjoyed that. I don't know.
I did.
Nice.
Anyway.
Yeah, very valid. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
You know, nothing makes anyone exempt from anything.
That's
you know?
true.
So
Yeah.
That is a fear of mine. Like,
Yeah.
anything can happen to you.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you guys ever seen a car that's been like going in your direction? Or you guys are going in the same direction for a really, really long time. And it kind of freaks you out because you're like, okay, are they following me or are we just really going in the same direction?
So I've never thought that, but sometimes I would be self-conscious because
Like, if
I'm
you-
following the same
I get that.
So I'm like, do they think that I'm a creep? I'm just heading in the same direction as you. I mean no harm.
Oh, yeah. I guess people could fear me too. Like, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I'll like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But like, if I'm really scared, I'll read their license plate multiple times.
Oh.
As if like I would memorize it for a long period of time. I don't know. I forget it within like the next hour. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Like,
Valid.
Very valid.
are you guys sure?
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Because you know how in dramas, like Korean dramas, there's always someone tagging them.
See, that's why I feel like it's not valid. Like everything we're relating it to is like fictional.
Hey, but
Hey,
fiction
fictional
has
is based on reality.
Yeah,
True. Oh. I don't know, like the fear that I've done something wrong in the past that I don't know about.
Oh shoot.
Oh, whoa.
Oh. That's valid.
That is
However,
valid.
I don't think I've ever explicitly had that
Me
thought.
neither. Yeah.
But now that you say that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, what if I was like just a super mean kid, which is
You just weren't aware.
yeah, like which I honestly like I was a very very honest and outspoken child. So like I probably came off as a total mean girl. Like I wouldn't be surprised if someone came up to me and was like, "Yeah, like you were mean." I would be like, "Dude, I'm sorry." Like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you experienced." Like that's how I probably was. But I'm just like, did I ever do anything so bad? But I was just never aware of it. And this other person is just kind of living in like, has this impression of me that I'm a super terrible person because of something they experienced.
Or
And-
they're traumatized by you.
yeah. Like what if, yeah.
Shoot.
No, yeah, that's now,
Yeah.
now I have that.
I didn't know we were transferring fears, guys. Like this is, oops. I just,
Thanks.
Wait, is this episode gonna make people anxious?
I hope not.
it's like when people get emotional support dogs and then their support dogs get
Oh,
anxiety and depression.
No. Is that true? I
It
can
happens a
see
lot,
that.
yeah.
I can totally see that.
I think a lot of dogs end up having to take medication because it gets really bad.
And then they get their own emotional support.
That works.
Yeah, how do dogs receive therapy?
Yeah.
Well, what if they get a friend? You know, like another emotional support.
Friends.
Yeah.
So what if that friend
does
just
that
grows
work?
anxious?
Oh gosh.
I don't know how that works.
I guess it could. It might be healthier for the owner too.
Yeah, companionship for the dogs. You know.
Like
But
they have.
Wouldn't the owner transfer that to the other dog too?
Or it's like the same amount, but it's dispersed between.
Oh, that's less.
Oh, okay.
I don't know actually. Wait, then you know how do you get so at the UCLA Law School they also had like mini horses for like during finals week. I
Like
actually,
ponies?
yeah, I actually never saw them myself, but I would always see flyers
I
during
haven't
like
seen
the
them.
midterm weeks and finals weeks. Do they also get anxiety and
They might.
Anxiety.
I think it's possible for a lot of animals to like get.
That's true, because it must be stressful for them too to be like lugged around different places and be plopped in a random library somewhere.
Oh man, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
We are the most anxious generation. I'm
That
reading
is
a book
true.
right now. It's called The
Oh.
Anxious Generation.
How fitting.
Wow.
Yeah,
So what
and-
is Mr. Jonathan?
I
H. Uh-huh.
haven't
saying?
finished it, but basically, right when we were in middle school, kind of, that's when the great rewiring happened. So the 2010s, where everyone started having smartphones. And that is the reason why we're anxious.
It's really the dang phones.
No, literally.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
actually.
Because, like, in real life, or before phones, or people, like, develop normally by,
Yeah.
what was it? It was, like, synchronous, and you have to be, like, face-to-face, like, reality,
Yeah.
engagement, things like that. But when smartphones were introduced, everything's asynchronous, everything's virtual.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't finish it. So, yeah, but basically, TLDR.
It's like so interesting because like now that smartphones and like technology is a huge thing, people who want to date go on dating apps, right? And like I think it's okay to be on dating apps. It's definitely the new way to meet people, and it's like I mean, we hear a lot of success stories too, so I'm pretty sure like it's a great way to meet people. But it's so interesting hearing the generation right above us. So like people who are like either entering their 40s or are in their 40s talk about how they barely missed that generation. Like, oh, like I was already old enough when people started to go on dating apps and like start that and try that stuff out, and how they can see that there is a disconnect because people aren't wanting to see each other face to face. Like they want to see everything virtually before, and then and like they also commented on like going on coffee dates versus actual full meals. But I was like, that one is kind of like different. I feel like.
So back then they just went on coffee dates?
No, they want like they have full on meals, right? But we're so open to just being like, let's just grab a coffee,
like more casual.
nothing serious.
I see.
So I feel like they comment
Because we're
a lot on that.
avoidant.
Yeah,
And we're the avoidant, anxious, everything
Yes.
bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, seriously.
Like I think if I were to be single right now and a guy asked like, or I matched with the guy, or like a guy asked me to go on a date, I would probably ask for coffee first too, not a full meal. Yeah.
Lower commitment for sure.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
like the idea of like, if he pays for the meal, I feel like I have to repay him back. Like, let's say the date went terribly, but it's just like, oh, he paid for the meal though. Like, I don't know. It's just like I don't want to feel that burden, you know.
So you're to check it.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, like, get those free meals. It's like yeah, but I don't know. It's just that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just it feels kind of serious, but I understand what that generation means when they're like, yeah, there's just such a disconnect between you guys and the people around you. I'm like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. Do you guys have a fear of being alone? Not necessarily like relationship or whatever, but just like
I have a
being
fear
alone.
of dying alone.
Oh.
like having no one around. Like, let's say I don't get married and I die at a very old age, like past 100. So by that point, family, I'm an only child. So, like, no family, most likely. No, for sure. And let's say all my friends passed before I did. Then just, like, you just die alone in your house or whatever, or nursing home, or I don't know. But
Yeah,
isn't that so scary?
Yeah.
it is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of stories where like an older person will pass away
And they don't know for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And
then someone
alerts-
discovers, like, the windows are filled with, like, gnats or something.
Yeah, or like it's
Or
like a weird
maggots.
smell
Yeah.
is coming, and
Yeah.
that's how they find out that the
Yeah,
person has
'cause
been dead.
no one knows.
Yeah. It's actually so sad.
It happens quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like there's a lot of stories where like dogs will be like left unfed for like
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
or days because their owners pass away. No one knows.
I mean, that happened to Gene Hackman.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one was interesting. Interesting case. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a fear of being alone though. Like romantically, or like spouse, like no spouse. You know, like
what about no friends?
Oh.
What's more scary?
obviously no friends.
You sure about that?
Side eye, side eye.
Yeah. That is. Yeah. I feel like as each year passes, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
What about out of ghosts, zombies, aliens? What else? Like mummies, like those types
Werewolves?
of. Sure,
Vampires?
yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Which one scared you the most?
Zombies.
Or still do? Zombies.
Zombies for sure. I have crazy dreams about zombies. I don't know what it is. I think I watched too many zombie content.
I hate zombie
movies.
content.
Yeah. And also like there was a period of time after Train to Busan when there was like a man-made drug going around. It was like salts, but I don't know. Okay, I don't know how true this was. Like it didn't come from real news sources. I don't know. So it was probably totally fake. But I was quite young and I was very young and deceivable, I guess.
Deceivable.
So yeah, I think I was on Facebook or something. I don't know, or Instagram or something. And there was this video of this girl who kind of looked like a zombie. She was kind of freaking out, which I'm pretty sure it was staged now that I think about it. But she's like, doing what zombies do. And the policeman...
What is it that zombies do? Please demonstrate.
You want me to demonstrate? Yeah, that's not happening. Like police are like trying to like do something, but she's like hissing at them. Okay, now that I say it,
zombies.
yeah, wait, like they open their mouth and they're like,
Like snarling?
sure, yes.
Funny.
Well, it's funny now, but when I was watching it, I was very afraid.
Yeah.
And I think that, and the fact that people were like, oh, there is a man-made drug, and like it's like from like salts and like blah blah blah. Like I think the fact that there was a story like that behind it that was so realistic, and that was like the time when I was learning a little bit more about the world, like middle school. I think Train to Busan was middle school, right? High school, middle school,
High school? Like early high school?
maybe early high school.
Middle school.
Oh, I have no idea.
Maybe I just happened to watch it early high
I
school.
feel like it was like 8th grade or something.
Oh,
Maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
At the latest, 9th grade.
Yeah, I think you're right. So it's just like that time is when you're finding out so much about the world and what your peers are doing, So I think that just like was forever engraved in my brain. The fact that like it was like, oh, like this can happen to you from a drug, and then like da da da, and yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think about aliens from time to time.
Yes, me too. I think zombies are scariest for me too. But then again, the supernatural
Yeah, I
spirits
think-
are also very scary.
I think what scares me the most is like exorcism vibes,
Yeah.
like satanic things.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Or there's this TikTok. Have you seen the Serbian? Is it the Serbian dancer or like this woman just on the street at night? It's like a specific dance. Like they just like jump in place, and like apparently if you see someone doing that, then you're like cursed or something.
Gosh.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh really? I've
Thank
seen it multiple
goodness.
times.
Oh, pretty.
No, not in person, but like videos of it. Yeah, but it's just this woman in like a nightgown,
That
just
is
jumping in
so
place,
creepy.
and it's
Maybe
like
I have seen
it's
it.
called like a Serbian dance or something like that.
Not searching that up.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, but those freak me out.
Those are
Yeah,
very,
for
very
sure.
creepy.
Yeah.
In 9th grade, for my bio class, we had to read this book called The Hot Zone. Have you guys heard of it? So this was also when the whole Ebola and like everything like that was going on, and obviously we see the very graphic or like hear about the very grave situations of that outbreak. And so the Hot Zone is about like really severe diseases like Ebola, and they were talking. It's a real, or it's nonfiction, and so they were talking about cases of like Ebola or like other diseases I don't even remember the names of, but they were like awful, like hemorrhaging everywhere, and it's like, and I was like, oh my god, like, oh my god, yeah, I was very fearful of that.
Yeah, health is definitely scary.
Yeah.
Jeez.
oh yeah, like monkeypox that was going around for a little
Yeah.
bit, like yellow
Forgot about
pox.
that.
I feel like whenever
Yeah.
mosquitoes come around, it's like yellow pox. What? Yellow fever.
Yellow.
Oh,
Isn't it the? What is it called?
Yeah,
Isn't
what?
it the Zika?
What?
Zika
Zika.
virus?
Zika.
Is it Zika or Zuka?
Isn't it also like the Nile?
There are many different
Oh.
ones, I think.
I'll look it up.
The way we all pause.
Oh, there is a Zika. There is a West Nile virus.
West Nile.
Oh, it is
Oh,
yellow fever.
Okay.
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 I mean, both are scary.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of my fears.
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Valid.
Yes,
valid.
yes.
So when COVID happened, were you really scared?
I think at first I was,
Mm.
because it was like people were actually dying, you know,
Yeah.
and no one really knew about it.
Mm.
But then no one got it in my family. So we were just
Your
like,
family's just.
yeah, just built different.
Like, wait.
No, so we were like, oh, I guess they're okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we never got it.
Mm.
So COVID is, yeah,
Mm. Mm.
the fear died down over time.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is kind of a negative note or a kind of a sad note to end it on, but I think there's always a fear of not doing enough in life. Yeah, because I feel like we live in a generation where we're told to do the self-care, like take care of ourselves, take time for ourselves. And I agree with that, and I think rest is very important. But I think I'm borderline like lazy. Maybe am just lazy, not just borderline, like I am lazy. But I think when I think about my future, I'm just like, oh, what if I just didn't do enough and something goes wrong because of that? I think that's always something I think about. Like, it shouldn't be something I like have anxiety about and I fear, you know. I feel like I should live life 그냥 열심히, you know, like just work hard in life, play hard, and you know, just kind of live in the moment. But I feel like there is always that fear. Like, what if I'm just never prepared for that next thing that comes my way, and it's just too much to handle? Yeah.
Yeah. In that same light, I remember I mentioned that fear to someone recently, and I said it more of like the fear that I feel like I haven't accomplished anything like worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like what have I been doing?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. And the person was just like, oh, interesting. And I was like, okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, but that is, I do relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why I always like find things, like random things to do
Yeah.
throughout the week and years or whatever. But I don't think that's like super healthy either. Because like you're always thinking and living in this headspace of, oh, like I'm not doing enough, or like you're living this way because of this fear, not because you genuinely want to per se.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a fine line. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
True. Yeah, I think similar, but more of like, I think I kind of am not too hung up on like, oh my gosh, like, you know, am I outputting something super life changing or like changing the world? Like, I'm okay with not, and like my day to day is fine. But I think for me, it's like, will I have enough money to like do X, Y, Z in the future? Will I have enough money to like buy a house, support my parents, my future children? Like, there's like, wow, it's like endless, you know. And so like that is my fear, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like we just get thrown so many different things, and I think because information is so accessible now, it's hard not to know about these things, you know? And as these things just keep getting thrown at us, I think it makes me feel more afraid of the future. It just feels a lot more unpredictable than it already was. But yeah.
But on an encouraging note, we're all in this together. I guess like
Yes.
most people can like relate to this and
Yeah.
share this
Yeah.
fear and worry and concern, but
Right.
So I guess we're all figuring it
Yeah.
out as we're going.
yeah.
No one knows.
And there's like a beauty in that.
Yeah.
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 We the people.
Yes.
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 Well, we'd love to hear your fears. Or if you have any that we have shared. Yeah. But it's daylight saving time has what? Come? I never know what it is.
Yeah, I
And
just know
come?
like the fall back, spring
Yeah.
forward thing. I don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think daylight savings
Has
started.
yeah, because we're trying to get more
ended?
daylight.
So are we saving it, or is the fall one saving?
Oh.
Daylight. Actually,
oh, daylight saving time starts.
Ah, okay,
Nice.
okay.
Yes.
Now we know.
Yes.
But the days are finally brighter. So
Yes.
it does feel nice.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to not like it.
Oh really?
Yeah, I liked
Why?
the other one.
Why?
I liked it when it got dark quickly.
Gosh.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Well,
That makes it one of you.
No, I've joined the right side now.
Good. Are you guys doing anything to maximize the extended daylight time?
not today.
I mean, I take walks later in the day now, so that's convenient.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does feel kind of safer.
Yeah.
does,
yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
nice to leave work and it's still bright.
Oh yeah.
It's still bright.
Oh.
So, yeah, hope everybody else maximizes their daylight saving time. And hope everyone has a great week. And thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.